Hello everybody and welcome back to the F1 2016 live career mode being streamed right now on YouTube for episode number 96 of season 3 on here. And we are in Red Bull as always as we're here for the Japanese Grand Prix at the Suzuka circuit on there. And if you saw the last episode guys, in qualifying it was an interesting one once again with rain playing a massive role, and it dried up so quickly that we were the fastest intermediate runner for the last few minutes of the session, as my stream is going backwards on me, so I do apologise on that front. But we qualified third, which is massive for us at the minute, but our rival is just ahead of us in P2. But the big thing is we qualified on the intermediates in Q2, which means we will qualify, start on any tyre we want basically, and I know what my tyre strategy is. Quickly going to go over the upgrades. McLaren have brought the biggest upgrades to this weekend with jumping ahead of Ferrari now up to third, and in the driver's standings quickly we are only 5 points behind thanks to our victory in the last race in Malaysia, with Verstappen pulling off a brilliant performance from 9th to finish home in 2nd place. The Constructors, I believe mathematically we could win it this race or in the next race in the United States of America, so we'll wait and see if we will pull that off at the end of the race as well. Make sure to subscribe if you're new around here for regular F1 content on the channel as well. And also guys, let's slap a like on the stream if you want to see more of this F1 career mode as we get into the end of season 3 and moving towards season 4 with a massive change of the guard in terms of my team choice for season 4, which if you see my teaser trailer you kind of got an idea where we're going to go on there. But without further ado, let's head to the track then for the Japanese Grand Prix. It is live, and let's see how we get on. Can we win this? Let's find out.
And a very warm welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix, an event that has decided a Drivers' Championship 11 times over the years and has hosted some very memorable races as well. Who can forget Kimi Raikkonen's win from 17th on the grid in 2005, or Kamui Kobayashi's incredible drive to a podium in 2012. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles. And it's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 racetrack. The drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. And keep an eye out for overtakes going into the final chicane. I, for one, can't wait to get started. And there's another very excited little chap here beside me as well. It's our very own Anthony Davidson. Great to see you again today.
Thanks for that, Crofty, and I'm really anxious to get underway here. We've got all the makings of a great race today. World champions in competitive cars, lots of drivers on form, and I suspect a few strategists on the pit wall looking to try something a bit different and maybe jump their cars up the order.
We're still in with a chance of winning the title. We need you to push as hard as you can in the 5 remaining races.
Well then, after an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. An immense lap from Carlos Sainz yesterday puts him in pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have a Red Bull, Vettel, Fernando Alonso, and Raikkonen, Hamilton, Massa, Wehrlein, and Sergio Perez, Kvyat, Button, Jolyon Palmer, and Grosjean, Magnussen, Bottas, Rio Haryanto, and Nico Rosberg, Nasser and Gutierrez, Marcus Ericsson, and Nico Hulkenberg completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So here we go lads, on the grid for the Japanese Grand Prix, and as I mentioned we qualified on inters in Q2, which means we can start on any tyre we want potentially, fingers crossed, but I do not know if we can. But we're about to find out momentarily, as we are using the mandatory tyre, which is the mediums actually for this race. So I don't think we can do the strategy that I was going to mention, unfortunately, but we'll see how we go on with this one. Just want to check everything is okay with this. Just want to make sure everything is looking handy. Okay, there we go. We're going to do a bit of a different strategy here. We're going to do the hards, the softs and the hards, but I may switch it up a bit depending on how long the tyres can last. So we'll wait and see. But we're definitely definitely not doing the free stop. It's just not worth it. It is a dry race as well on there, but quickly we're going to show you the setup. There is no formation up in this series from now, so I'm just going to quickly just show you the set, then jump onto the track and start the race as well. So our target today, guys, for likes, if you're watching this live, is 118 likes is our goal. It's a bit of a random number, but we did smash it in the last episode in Malaysia, so I want to thank you guys for that. So we'll go with 118 likes for this race, of course. So without further ado, we're going to head off now onto the grid. Mixed range of strategies I can see from what I can see, but the lights are on. It's the Japanese Grand Prix. We are racing here in Suzuka. We will have the poor start on the hardest tyre, and Vettel's had a cracker of a start, up to 3rd place already. Here comes Alonso on the inside, and moves up to 5th, but we're going to try and hook it 4th place, as we're going to go around the outside of him. We go as the McLaren has brought a massive load of upgrades to this track, as I mentioned, but we've got past him and we're back to 4th. But Vettel had the best start of anyone in the top 5, as he's now up to 2nd now. Verstappen's dropping the pecking order. Alonso come out of nowhere round me outside, as we've got Hamilton now, as our teammates just broke really early, avoiding Sebastian Vettel, who broke a bit early for the corner, and we luckily got away with that. But Hamilton's now on our trumpets behind us up in P5, so Mercedes looking strong around this track as well. But the main goal here is to just maintain the pace and the gap to the cars in front, who are all actually on the soft tyre, which is the fastest compound this race weekend, where we're on the mediums, as we have got the hard, as we've got the mediums available to us. So we will be slow to start off with, but we'll see how long we can go in this race on these tyres, and maybe, just maybe, pull off a 1 stop. But I'm thinking 2 stop is the ideal way, as we all have to use this tyre, as it is the mandatory tyre, so we might as well get it out of the way right now. Sebastian Alonso, yep, it's a new driver right there, chaps, as there's a move going on. Verstappen down the inside of Vettel, up to 2nd place he goes, as Vettel seems to have some issues, I think, with his car, because he's going very slowly through out of 130R, even after Max passed him there, so it's a bit of a strange one, that one. But struggling out the last corner. Here comes Hamilton, down the inside he will go. It's going to be a drag race down to turn 1. Mercedes powered versus Renault engine, and look at that. Just our upgrades have helped us over the season, and we hope and maintain the position to Lewis Hamilton. But Carlos Sainz leads the way, and look at the gap he's got already to my teammate Max Verstappen already. Carlos is on a bit of a charge right now this season. He's done very well for himself, I have to say. As we run a little bit wide, as the tyres aren't really up to temperature just yet, but they will be very soon. As we go purple in the middle of the 1st sector, but obviously that is just legit, so always happens on the 2nd lap. Everyone goes purple, but seems we're catching up to Vettel, so I think Max is starting to have some little bit of issues with his car right there. But Hamilton, I've got to say, is looking pretty good in that Mercedes this race weekend. And don't count out Fernando Alonso as well, even though he was right next to us at the start with the nice battling we had. He could be someone to watch out for in this race, and I've got to say, Sainz isn't that far away, I must add. But here comes Hamilton again. He's going to try and pass me up towards 130 off, so this is not going to go well. So I have to lift off there just a little bit, avoid the curb. But it looks like the Mercedes look pretty good out of the corners, but on the top speed it seems we are the fastest in a straight line compared to Hamilton's Merc. So we'll wait and see if that happens. As here comes Hamilton once again down the straight, and is he going to have enough speed and power to commit to the corner? He does indeed. Goes very wide actually, and we take back 4th place. So Hamilton tried it and just made that mistake, and that's something we've got to keep an eye on in this race, because I think if he's going to be doing that, there could be an incident at some point. But very lucky just to brake early, let him go down the inside, and he ran wide out of turn 1, and we get away with that nicely. So we took a little bit of off-roading there. Not really the racing line there, Ryan, if I'm honest. But the next race, guys, is America. Circuit of the Americas. Not one of my favourites, but we've had some good races around there in the series. We won there last season, part of our 7-race win streak, which brought us the championship home, our first Drivers' Championship. and we could potentially, I believe mathematically, we could win the championship here this race weekend if results go our way, but I'm not 100% sure on that just yet. But I believe we could win it here, but we'll wait and see. How we going, Buzz? We're putting away from Hamilton just a little bit right now, but he's coming back, obviously, with his quick acceleration out of the corners. He will go through the gears quickly, but I think he's got a too much big of a top speed 8th gear on him, so I think that's going to probably be their downfall, Mercedes. But with the DRS, he should potentially get past me here if he was a little bit closer, but we're going to have to move to the right and just defend. I think Alonso's gone into the pit, so he blinks first, along with Carlos Sainz. So lap 4, lap 3 is quite a surprise by some of the guys. So very interesting strategy there from Sainz especially. So now Vettel leads, Verstappen's in 2nd, we're in 3rd, Hamilton's in 4th. No idea who's 5th because the 5th place is really far back, as Raikkonen now sets the fastest lap of the race. But the softs are starting to burn off now, so that's quite an encouraging sign for me. So maybe the softs isn't the best way to go, especially if they're on fresh sets of softs. And I don't think they've got the... I don't know really what... I could maybe... I might go on to mediums, you know, not softs, and just avoid them. Maybe do... If it's a free stopper, might as well just do this, mediums and softs, and see if we can push the mediums quite... It depends how long these tyres can last for, these hard tyres, these fresh hard tyres in these conditions. With it going to get brighter at the end of the session, these might be the best tyres to be on at the minute for grip, but we'll wait and see how we go on this one. Jeff's there. We'll wait and see. Vettel makes a move at Verstappen, sorry, I'm just mind-boggled by what Verstappen did there. Going side by side with Vettel, it slowed them both down, and we just took initiative, and we will go through to take the lead as Verstappen pits along with Vettel. Hamilton stays out with me as we will take P1. Hamilton stays out, so I think he's doing the same strategy as me, doing a 2-stopper potentially. So that's definitely what we want, as we're going to go into lean through the S's. So Grosjean has fixed his car, but one thing I've not seen in quite a while is the safety car. I've not seen that in a while in the series, so the cars have been very clean and parked safely off the track, so it's nice to see that's gone. But we're purple in the first sector as Hamilton's softs are going off the cliff, so maybe lap 6 is their prime range on a fresh set, but we'll wait and see when he does pit. But we've got Button behind in 3rd, who is my guinea pig now for how long the mediums can go for them, so we'll see how long he can go on those mediums. So we'll wait and see what happens. But we have got, I think, a fresh set of softs from Q3 along with a brand fresh set of softs for the race. So we've got 2 fresh sets of softs, 1 fresh set, or 2 fresh set, I'm pronouncing my words wrong, a fresh set of mediums and a fresh set, 2 fresh sets of the hard tyre, which obviously we've got one on now, and then we've got another one apparently for our final stop, but I'm not sure we're going to be doing that strategy, as Lewis Hamilton does indeed pit from 2nd place, which will elevate Button up to 2nd place. So far, not too bad. We're in the 37s now, so we're in that range of Raikkonen's pace when he set his fastest lap on there. Already got 150 people watching as my wheel went a bit funny there, but it's okay. It's still perfectly centred, which is all we need right now. As Raikkonen again sets the fastest lap. He's 4 tenths ahead now of us, so that's quite good to see. Kimi's doing very well. Obviously he was our title contender last season and he's just fallen off a bit, so it's a bit of a shame really. Would have liked Raikkonen in another squabble with him because he did pretty well for himself. So when we're going to be pitting, apparently lap 13 is the last time we will pit, the last lap apparently according to the game that our tyres will go off, but they're doing pretty well so far, 24%. is not too bad, I've got to say. So they're doing very well, these hards. I just think now if we just cruise along and lean for a little bit, and then on the straights we go to rich, the tyre wear won't be that bad. So we'll do that. I think that's the best strategy we're doing right now. Palmer's in P3 actually, which is quite a surprise as well. I know Goodus Gaming's in the chat, so I did see his name pop up, so welcome Goodus. Hope you had fun last night with your 10 FPS. That's a beautiful line there. Just a bit too much speed there, just hinders us a little bit on exit, but a little bit wide as well. We're going to come across the line. It's going to be a 39.5, so not the fastest lap there from us, but at least we've got at least a 6-second buffer over Jenson Button and Palmer, who are on those medium tyres as I've mentioned, and they're still staying out, so that's quite good. So maybe pitting early off these tyres. If their tyres can get to about lap 10, then that will give me a very good strong indication of when to pit, and maybe not go on to another set of hards, but go on to a set of mediums and a set of softs to the end of the race instead, and do a very interesting two-stop strategy here. But we'll wait and see. But we're purple in the first sector, but down though by 2 tenths, which is a bit, I don't like seeing that, it's a bit weird, but we are the fastest in the first sector. Just a couple of things in the real F1 world. Apparently, according to sources close to Rio Haryanto, our Lord and Saviour, he's not going to be taking part in 2017, so it's the last time actually, guys. Once we wrap up F1 2016, the game, before we move over to 2017, we won't see Rio Haryanto in the sport, which is a real shame if it is true what I've heard on Twitter. What else is there? Another thing is apparently F1 2013 has been taken off Steam, according to VVV, I think it is, or Inside Sim Racing have tweeted out something that F1 2013 has been taken off value or something. I'm not sure, but I saw that this morning, which is a bit of a shame as well, because that game is pretty impressive. If you guys remember my Last of Firsts, my classic Last of First races, they were just incredible to do. So we'll just see if Jenson pits. Does he pit? No, he stays out. So rip the Lord. Yeah, it's a shame really, but it's sad news. So let's give a like, guys, for Rio Haryanto in the chat. Let's get some likes going for him, because we're not going to see him no more. Sainz is the fastest man, 37.3, so we're only a second off the pace, which isn't that bad. But Sainz has been out on his fresh tyres since lap 3. Well, the end of lap 3 was when he pitted off those soft compound tyres, so maybe he's on them again, possibly, but we'll wait and see. We have been given the call to come into the pits, but I'm not planning on doing so yet. But my pace is not too bad actually to think about that yet. But just want to say as well, guys, the AOR is back this week in F1. We're going to be at Hungary on Sunday night at 8 PM, so it's a nice couple of weeks off, but we are now focused back on league racing now, so that'll be on at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, and obviously with some more AOR coverage as well, as we have also got the Formula Renault Championship as well in AOR, which is going to be out on Friday evening at 8:30 UK time, so I'll be taking part in that at Brands Hatch, so it would be nice to see you guys come out there and support the series and support me as well. And also, guys, at the weekend I've got a very, very big video coming out, which is going to be very cool to do. Many thanks to someone that I know in the community has offered me a chance to do something, so I'm looking forward to doing that video, making that video over the weekend, and that'll be released next week, and it's a big one, so I'm looking forward to driving this particular thing. But as a spam of fastest laps there, Vettel originally got fastest lap, but Alonso just snatched it from him as we're on to lap 9 of the session. Sainz is up to second on the soft, so that is the indication that Sainz and Alonso are on free stop strategies. That definitely confirms it to me. So if we can stay out, they're going to pit soon, I think, after... But that's very strange to see, really, after 3 laps and then the... no co-op anymore, I'm afraid. A lot of you are asking that, so... Co-op's dead. If you ask anyone in the community, F1 is dead. F1 co-op, sorry, is dead. Just doesn't work with AI and 2 online drivers. Does not work completely. So there's Sainz and Alonso. Verstappen's down in 5th place, so that's interesting. But if we win this race, we will lead the championship regardless. But I think if we're second, then that we will still, if it stays as it is, we will, I think, lead the championship as well. But we'll wait and see. New fastest lap for us, 36.8. We're 15 seconds ahead of Sainz. So this is working for us very nicely here. Our tyre management has been really good so far. And it's not at the stage of when to pitting yet, which is the end of lap 13. So the last lap, apparently, according to Jeff, is the best time to come in. But I feel the tyres can go on for another few laps here. So maybe the mediums may be the best shot as Sainz is in the pits, along with Alonso, as Raikkonen's up to 3rd. Verstappen's up to 2nd now, who's on the hard tyres with me. So maybe a one-stop is possible here, guys. It may work for us, but we can always see how we go on. So at this point, according to Reese Benjamin, one of my most frequent viewers, apparently if me and Max are 1st and 2nd, we will wrap up the Constructors this weekend, which will be quite impressive. And we have been dominant this season, me and Max. We've picked up 1st and 2nd places for the majority of the season, at the start especially, and will be quite nice actually. But we've still got a long way to go though. But one thing I would like to see them do is get a patch out for the game, which I don't think is going to happen in quite a while. There's been a patch for a few months now, I think. I'm not sure, but I just want to showcase one of the glitches right now, which I know a lot of you know where I'm going with this right now. Is the tyre wear glitch, which I want to show in this video. I think this is the one video that I want to promote and send it to Jenny and all that. I think they know about it, but it's best that they do it on different tracks, because it needs doing. Because like apparently you can do like I think it was Monza, how I pulled off a one-stopper there, just about a one-stop, when the game was telling me to do a definite two-stop. So even on fresh tyres, it's just something that needs addressing, this glitch. And I think it works on some tracks than others, but I'm not sure. Oh god, look at that on the map. That's a massive crash there. So 2 people have crashed out. Hulkenberg's the unfortunate one in all this. Oh, off the track there. Whoopsie daisy. But yeah guys, target's 118 likes for the stream, so if we could smash that, then that would be amazing. We've hit over 100 in every single stream so far we've done this season, for the race streams specifically, so nah. Yep, I know, I've seen the yellow flag in 130R. No safety car, surprisingly, especially at 130R. So I'm quite surprised. There's a lot of debris on track, so I'm very surprised the safety car's not out, but oh well. Got to carry on. It's got to carry on with it. Still setting some decent pace. We're 20 seconds ahead of Verstappen. So we've gone 13 laps on them, on these tyres, which apparently is supposed to be the last lap before they are completely off the cliff. So they're going very well, I have to say, these tyres. Very good tyre wear I've done. The setups I've focused more on tyre wear, on like for the opening stints, to try and go maybe a few laps longer than normal. But if you watch Serrano, I think it is, on YouTube, he's the main guy for the tyre wear glitch. He's posted quite a lot of it. I'm sure one of the mods can just find a video for me and spam it in the chat. But also, like, another thing I want to talk about is Tom 97HD, who's got some issues with his game, and his graphics card is the same as mine, and he never had the D3D graphics glitch. He's got something completely different, but in the minimum specifications, his graphics card is comfortable to play the game even on low settings. I'm just thinking that Cody's a bit busy or something. I don't know what they're doing, but all I can say is with Cody's is we just got to be patient and not moan about it in the forums, because the more we moan, it's not saying us a good reputation. If that makes any sense. Yeah, thank you. I can't pronounce names. So 13 laps in, and we could maybe do a one-stop. I'm going to try the one-stop. If the tyres are only at 58%, we could maybe go to lap... It's possible. If the safety car came out, I would have definitely jumped on mediums now. But they're not doing that bad at the minute. Still got at least a 23-second gap, which is important. The Button's up to third, actually, surprisingly. So I think he's jumping onto the hards in a minute to do his final stop of the race. So we'll go up to Rich now on the straight before Spoon. Let's take it nice and carefully through this corner, and Spoon. And back on the power again. Get up to Rich. We've got a Sauber, which is going to actually be my team next season. Then I'm going to do it, but I'm going to get you guys season 4. What my idea is I'm going to have to restart my career again, but go all the way to season 4 without any upgrades to the car. And I'm only allowed to do, I'm going to put some stipulations in where if we beat like our expectation, we can do one upgrade and work it from there. If that makes any sense. Because I don't think, I've been thinking about this, we're going to get any offers from Sauber come end of the season. So I'm going to have to restart my career mode. So it's going to be a new helmet for me for season 4, but I'm going to make sure, as Verstappen's in the pit lane for I think his second stop.
So the gap to our teammate is 24.1 seconds.
So we'll see how this goes, but Hamilton's out to third, Button's up to second. As we've got Nazar now. So we're just going to take this so easy on Felipe, who could be our teammate next season. I'm actually going to ask you guys to vote on who I should partner with at my new team for the new season of career mode. So I'll let you guys think about that, and we'll see what happens. And whichever gets the most amount of votes will be the driver I'll have at my new team, which is taking over Sauber from next season. Oh, if me or Max wins, we win the constructors. Oh, I thought it was just me and Max first and second. But if if one of the Red Bulls win, we win the championship, constructors. We're actually doing a Mercedes here, winning at Suzuka this past season gone past.
Some information on Button. They have an issue with their car.
Oh, that's annoying for Button. He's got issues with his car. But if I win this, it's all down to tyre wear. Because I'm coming up to 13 laps to go. Oh, that was a very poor line. We're coming up now to nearly 15 laps on these on a fresh set of hards, and that's going off the cliff. So I'm going to guess 15-16 laps is the maximum you can get out on these tyres. And we've got a mighty pit stop lead over the pack, as there's some yellow flags at 130R which have been cleared up. So this has worked out very nicely there. We're nearly at 200 viewers, so if we could smash that, that would be even amazing if we can hit 200 viewers on the stream. And Jeff's giving me the order. No, Jeff, not sticking to your strategy. And we're pulling away from Button as well, even on worn tyres. So I'm going to pit maybe the end of this lap for mediums. One stop is a possible. Well, you know, this is going to be a surprise. This is. Well, I know a lot of you are going to be saying, why am I joining Sauber next season? But the one reason and one reason only is a challenge. In this series, I've got to say, the Red Bull has been, you know, with a ton load of upgrades, has been. That's why I've not been aggressive on the old, what's it? I'm trying to replicate Braun GB. Oh, Jeff's telling me. Ugh. It's annoying me now. We're going on to the mediums. Oh, it's a little mini bottle there. Oh my god, those tyres. 75% on the front right. I think we're going to pit this lap now. So we'll pit this time. Front right's at 76%, didn't really help with that lock-up at the hairpin. But 16 laps on hards has been pretty good. But we're going to go on to the mediums now. There is second place at the hairpin, as we're coming up to 11 laps to go. Just avoid the debris. So we're going to make our way into the box now. Onto the medium tyre. As we do that very nicely. It has literally been Sunday driving for me, I'm not going to lie.
Go, go, go.
As we'll make our way out now. We're going to come out back in the lead, but
One stop left in this strategy.
we've got a comfortable lead over Jensen. Don't know where everyone is in the field, actually, where Button is and Hamilton. I believe they're pitting, but we'll wait and see. There's Button, so we've got up comfortably ahead of him. Hamilton's in the pits, so Sainz is up to third now. So all we have to do now is just manage these mediums, and we've pulled off a brilliant and tyre-saving one-stop strategy here for the second race in a... Was it last race we did a one-stop? I'm not sure. I think it was. So we're basically doing the same strategy as we did in Kuala Lumpur. And Cal's in the chat. It's good to see Cal. Sorry, Cal, about what happened with me going off the track and taking you out, ghosting. Yeah, Cal's got a very good point, if I'm honest. That's why I just want to scrap the Sunday driving, and that's why I wanted to go to Sauber next season. That's why I made the decision to go to Sauber for season 4 and do a Road to Glory style, but rebrand it and have my own team and try and do what Braun GB did in their season, in their one and only season, and or do a Haas, score like their first points in the first race of the season. Totally get what Cal was on about though, to be fair. But it is nice to see you, Cal, in the chat. As who's in the pits then? Verstappen's on the hards again. So Verstappen's going to the end of the race. But I know from next season it's not going to be like this. It's going to be fighting in the midfield, which is definitely what I want to do, and make it even harder. Everyone's different, Schumacher, in pace, so if I'm not in a Red Bull or someone in the top team, I won't be up here. I'll be fighting like for top 10s, not wins. Who are Braun? GP, you know what I'm on about, Mad Dog. You know what I'm on about. Right, we've got 9 laps to go now, anyway, or 10 laps to go. Still need to pit again, but we'll wait and see what the tyre wear is on these mediums. But I doubt we'll have to make a pit stop. But the sun's coming out, so this is not going to be into my hands right now. But we'll see. Yes, I know. I know you guys are about 30 seconds off or so delay from what I say, but I know it's GP, not GB. No, it's not XCOM, it's because I've done one less stop. Basically, everyone's done 3 stops now, I've done 1. It's just annoying that this is the case, really. So that's why I'm going on aggressive tyre strategies for the remainder few races, which means I have to pit to and try and obviously qualify in the top 10 a bit more. But it's just annoying how this is the case, really, because I don't want it to be a Sunday drive. This is why I want to try and spice up my career mode a bit more. Oh, wheel went off there. It's gone off a bit. It's not centered now, which is a bit annoying. So I actually have to push it a bit to the right here just to hold it on right now. So my wheel is on the verge of death again, which is a shame. But Ryan got triggered. That sack mad dog. Nah, it's a bit of banter. Bit of oversteer, so I've got the tyres quickly. Look at that 22%. Okay, we may have to pit right now. I may actually have to pit. It's already at 25% already. Maybe the hards are the best tyre to be on this track. So I have to push now, jump on softs and just hold, get ahead of Max Verstappen. Ooh, massive moment there on the curb. I think the 2-stop is now, I think, the best option. This is great banter. Yep, it is. They're nearly at 30%. Come on, Verstappen. Yeah, I think the best option for me is to, regarding Season 4, I'm most likely not going to get a Sauber offer, so I'm going to have to restart and then just skip through 3 seasons and see where Sauber are. Obviously I'll be driving for them, but I won't be upgrading the car at all. I'm just going to start off from there. So we set the fastest lap anyway.
That was the fastest lap of the race so far.
So we've only got 7 laps to go then, here in Suzuka. That's a good point actually, Cal. Good idea. I could get sacked. That's a very good idea. But it just means I'll lose, like... I'm just trying to think what... I just need some ideas. I could get sacked from Red Bull and just... But I'll probably get sent down to Renault, I think. Or Haas, I think. I saw someone stream the other day on Twitch where they got sacked by Red Bull after Baku, and I think they got told to go to Renault or retire. So I might just restart. I might just restart because I want to change my helmet for next season and run my 83 number. But obviously I'm stuck with 31 because obviously drivers can't do that in that real life one. So oh well. So what's our tyres like now? 37%. So I think these could go off by the end of the race.
Some information on the button. They're speeding up again, so I expect they fixed whatever the problem was.
But at the minute it's going to be another 1-2 for Red Bull, which means only one thing. So we make a little mistake there. So 41%. Ooh. So I think I'm going to do the right thing here. I'm just thinking of the last 2 seasons. We had 2 punches here, if I remember. We ran out of fuel actually in one of them, and the other one was a puncher. So I'm going to just pit now and just not get a puncher is my concern. So we'll pit for softs and just get this out of the way. It's just the fear, really. So we'll pit this lap.
Go now.
There's a good stop there from the boys, but what can I say? 183 people watching this is quite cool, so thanks guys. And I
Look after these tyres
think
now.
oh, that's NASA.
The race on this
Oh, Max is in the pits.
Max is coming to the pits.
So Max is why is he pitting? That's a question. So Max is on to soft, so I'm guessing these are the right tyres to be on, and then at the end. Sainz is up to second now. He went to the back of our potential teammate next season. And Nazar just gets through. We'll just get past him eventually. So hopefully we should be fine now to the end of the race on soft, but you never know what could happen. Hamilton's up to third, which is quite a shock. Good for Mercedes in their battle with McLaren, I think. Yes, 83 is available, but there's no point switching because the real life drivers don't do that. Obviously, apart from if you're number 1. So I may do that actually. If you guys want me to put 1 next season, then if we win the championship again, let me know. Obviously when I restart my career mode, of course. Why did I not get a warning there? Just slow down. Try and get that time lost or gained back. But no idea why I didn't get a penalty there. Or at least a warning. At least a warning from the stewards. So that's a surprise. So 4 laps to go then. And what has been probably a Sunday drive performance, if I'm honest. I just didn't get why people pitted at the end of lap 3. It mind boggles me, the AI on this for pit stops. I don't know why I didn't pick 83 to start off with, if I'm honest. I did not know. it's kind of weird. Why? I think it was because I wanted 31 as a race number for the league, but it got taken away, so Race Fanatec picked me to it, so that's why I went with 83, but I don't think I can change it. I could potentially change it for Season 4, but it's just not, you know, because I'm still active driver, so technically I've got to stick with what I've got. So I'll just stick with 31 for Season 4. I'm only just fastest actually, which is quite a surprise as well. Only 2 tenths faster. So maybe the softs aren't really the best tyre to be on. I think the hard is the best race tyre. I think we can agree on that front. But Verstappen may be on the podium here potentially if he catches up to Hamilton and Sainz, but he's only got 3 laps. Speaking of Verstappen, he was fastest, 6 tenths quicker than me. So Verstappen's on the charge, who I think's done 3 stops. Oh.
Of fuel remaining.
No, I'm not going Red Bull next year. Just saying it right now. Oh well, 3 more to go, and then we're done. Now we get another PB, but it's nowhere near.
To our teammate is 26.5 seconds.
I think Verstappen's right on the back of Hamilton now, I'm guessing, but could be wrong in all this. Oh, just had a little bit of moment there. Little mini bottle there, but we got away with it, just about. Anyway, 1.5 laps to go of this race. Let's have a look at our tyre wear actually, that's something I am curious about right now. 26%. See, that's what I don't get. It just bothers me how the tyre wear, how they pit on lap 3, and we've been on these for what, 3 laps, and they're not even near that range of pitting. So I'm quite scratching my head there. I just find it weird. There's Sainz, by the way. Verstappen's right on the back of Hamilton now. Anyway, here we go. It's the last lap now.
This is your final lap of the race.
You want Lotus back? I want Lotus back. Good brand. I think we can just bring this home now and put off a Vettel-esque performance here. I think the 3 stops, I think, has just been the cause really of all this. Sainz would have been a bit closer if he didn't pit early, because I think a 2-stop is possible comfortably, so I'm just do not understand why they pit on that 3, but I'm not Franz Tost or whatever his name is. But it's another win, which will mean I think we'll lead the championship again. Okay, here we go, one more sector to go. Got nearly a 25-second lead. But out of the final corner, here we go. It's another victory, and we will lead the championship once again. Comfortable win, probably the easiest win of the season, I have to say, but a win's a win.
Brilliant stuff from Red Bull today. What a superb victory. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
So here come our winning drivers today, and what a race it was. There's been a big push at the factory lately to get these cars ready, and we can see the fruits of that labour today as Red Bull lift the winner's trophy.
And it's a nice trophy as well, I've got to say. Sainz in second, and our teammate in third, but most importantly, according to Reese, we have won the Constructors. So there's one thing we've got that we didn't get last season, or the last season before that. And it was a quick race as well. Very quick race. But here's Crofty anyway.
And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. There's been a lead change at the top of the championship after a superb performance. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
It's a tough one, Crofty, but on balance, I think I'd go for Nico Rosberg. Quality stuff from start to finish.
The Constructors' title may already be decided, and it's another title in the bag for Red Bull. After a long and hard-fought season, they built an astonishing car this year, and the glory they'll be taking back to Milton Keynes is fully deserved. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
There you go then. It's been confirmed by Crofty. We are the champions in the Constructors, but we win by 22 seconds, and as I said, if Sainz didn't do a pit stop, he would have been close, as well as Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton and Vettel. Not Button though. On there, but there's the top five. Button in 6th, Palmer 7th, Alonso 8th. He had a bit of a slump there, even though he was battling with me at the front for a little bit. Kvyat 9th and Raikkonen just out there, and Rosberg for some reason got driver of the day from only 6 places gained. Nasser was the only one lapped, and Hulkenberg was the only retiree of the race. And it means we are leading the championship now by 5 points, which is what we needed. But it's going to be close. We've only got 4 races to go of the season before we end our career at Red Bull and we go somewhere else, which is nice. Won't look at the Constructors anymore after this one because we've already wrapped it up, unless anyone changes. But we all got a 204-point lead, which is mental. On there, Sainz is up to 3rd ahead of Vettel now, tied on points. I think Sainz is ahead on race wins, I believe. Alonso's jumped Raikkonen, and obviously we've jumped Verstappen in the standings, and I don't think anyone's changed, apart from Palmer going ahead of Haryanto now on 16 points, but everyone else is still the same. On there, so that is going to be me done for this one, but the next race, I believe, is at COTA, I believe it is, USA. So I'll be doing that at some point in the next few days, but appreciate you guys, and slap a like on it, subscribe, whatever. You know the drill on there, and hopefully we smash the goal. We're back in the purple, so we're gonna get Emma again, which is annoying. On there, Dancing Seb, yep, someone has subscribed, so that's always nice to see. On there, but make sure, guys, to smash the target if you can. We'll hit Emma again. We know what this is.
Hi, Emma here. I had a sit down with the executives today to talk about your progress. Long story short, they're happy. Keep it up.
Well, there you go then, that's all I've got to say. But until next time, guys, I will see you for the next race in America, for the next episode in career mode. But until then, guys, I will be now modding my car for Season 4, or having a play around with it. So until then, I'll see you for the United States Grand Prix, guys, in the next few days. Until then, have a great day, guys, and take care, and see you later.